Hello and welcome to a very exciting tournament, the Beginners Tournament in Lion War 2024. It's not an official tournament, so it's a community-made tournament arranged by Barracuda. So thank you, Barracuda, for setting this up. I think many of the new players really appreciate that. And I'm really excited to see some of the new players, how they battle it out. And when as you say new players, I think the condition was that you have to have joined after 1st of January 24. So that's, well, it's still 8 months of playtime you could have by now. But that also means, let's let's jump into it and see what happens. So today it's PipMac in blue, and Evil Hamster in red. And since it's a beginner tournament, I don't know most of the players like at all. I have no idea about their skill level, how they usually play, anything. So it's going to be really, really fun and interesting to see how they battle it out, and where they are, skill level. And right off in the picking phase, PipMac definitely. Sorry, I just got a call so that I had to pick up. So I'm a bit distracted, or was distracted, and I cannot recall exactly what I said. I think I was talking about the starting positions. And my immediate thought is that PipMac has chosen the best area of influence, as it's called, like the blue area where he can actually start, he, her, I don't know. An Evil Hamster picked up here, which is a bit more like he leaves. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say he. I don't know if if it's he or her. And like now PipMac can it's, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say PipMac can just cut off Evil Hamster here, and he has so much of the map for himself. So that's my biggest concern for red right now. If PipMac decides to just dig in here, he can slowly expand and build eco all across the map. Evil Hamster would have to expand by air or by sea if he cannot traverse this due to defenses from blue. So let's see. Blue starts off with 3 barracks, an airport, and a factory, while Evil Hamster starts with a factory and 2 barracks and a airport. 1 more barracks, and it's actually red that digs in. And they are a bit in trouble with the eco, but that could be expected when you start off that close to each other. Because you don't want to invest too much in eco and then get run over by your opponent's army. Red has set aside at least 2 squads here to cap, and a bigger squad down here. He doesn't have access to any of his trade routes. He would have to expand to this part of the island and expand over to this island. blue set aside this squad to cap, and a lot of units here actually. And he's also sending a artillery to cap, and that's definitely not very efficient. So that would be an advice to keep your artillery in the front line and just have your infantry capping. Also, if you have the time, so to speak, you should draw your lines a bit longer, because you can end up in this situation where your units are just doing nothing. Blue puts down another barracks. And both are going helis. And both also transition into SAMs when they spot the heli, so that's really good. I think I would also maybe delete these, because he's actually dragging a lot of units over here and they're not doing anything. These are plenty, I would say, to cap this territory. So delete these and just cap with whatever units have already been delegated on this side. Let's look at the eco. So 500 for blue and 526 for red. So red is slightly ahead on eco right now. And I think it's just because red manages his backcapping a bit better. And blue kind of forgot about his units. I think that's the only difference right now. Actually, also red built some eco buildings in the form of industries, and he prioritized to build the industries instead of the towns, which is definitely also a good choice. Red tries to go around with 2 helis and be a bit sneaky. I don't think he will get anything, maybe a few units, but he will not get the barracks. Oh, it's actually 3 helis. Okay, I didn't see that. He does end up losing 2 of them though. And now blue is rushing into, well, not rushing, but running into the entrenchments. And that's gonna cost him a lot. This is a very risky move, because red, when he finishes off this attack, he could just cancel the entrenchments and do a counter push. Just in time as all his backcapping units come back, and it's exactly what he's done. Oh my god. It's not the day for me to comment on anything. I cannot talk. Yeah, he just didn't have enough units, but he did try for a short time to do a counter push. The issue here is, though, even though red does a slightly better job at doing the, like, using his units, he started in a worse area basically, and he's not doing anything to expand. He could easily have built a transport boat here and just ship units across. That means he could get over here. There's almost no units. He can take out these with just the helis, and he could build a trade route and gain a lot of money. I hear rugged, and that's blue. Let's see the money. 724 and 681. So blue is slowly starting to like create a big, well, not a big just yet, but an eco lead. A significant eco lead. This push is looking kind of dangerous though. Red is good at managing his SAMs. Very good play. staying on top of the SAMs and making sure they are at the right spot. But I think he will end up losing all his units here. And he does build a shipyard. Very good move. And just another small tip, I imagine he will transport units across over here. But I would do it down here. Just because you can then kind of dig in the mountains, and then you can slowly cap backwards here and kill these units. And I think blue completely forgot about any further expansion, or is at least not focused on it. Another thing to keep in mind when you build these shipyards, just to transport units, and I have to sneeze. It's really not my day. And it didn't come. Oh. Well, what I was trying to say is Red could actually build a just a single what are they called, destroyer, and cap all of these territories. There are actually a lot of territories, and he could just go around capping these with a single unit or 2 units and never meeting any resistance with that, at least not for now. So that's worth considering. It's a lot of money actually. Like, I think there's almost more water territories than he has all land territories up here. This is a nice attempt from Red, trying to see if there's a town over here, and 4 helis would definitely be enough to pick that off. Let's see if they spot this. Oh, they do, but unfortunately he just cancelled it. He does get a foothold as expected over here. But now these units have to travel all the way down here, and blue has all the time in the world to put aside some units and just dig in and kind of contain the threat. While if red has had transported units over here, could set aside just a few units to back cap, and then the other units to attack either the main base or try to even cut off this part as well. See, blue is already on top of it and starting to build production and setting in defenses. So very well played by both. And this rocket might end the game. That is a lot of helis. Both players are making use of depot. Like, I don't know if it's... I don't want to sound like I didn't expect anything from these players, but I'm actually surprised they are using the depots in a very good way. Because even like myself, I rarely use them, and I should use them more. It's completely the right choice in this scenario where you want to build up that many helis or a rocket. Red just tries to push through 786, but blue is at 1000. So that's the issue for red. That it's hard to keep up with the money when he's contained in this small part of the map, and that might be a killing blow. Quick reactions from red though. That's a nice landing, I like that. And he tries to use his helis over here as well. It's very good. And blue is just, I think, making sure no units are landing in his Backland. And he already got a new rocket on the way, so that's gonna be tough. I think that might be it for red. This landing will take out the factory, I'm sure. But it's not gonna be enough to push, or to stop the push. But it does make sure that blue diverts some of his units. Might give red enough time? I don't think so. And now blue has set up a bunch of artillery here. In the mountains, I think, had this been in the open, the red infantry might have been able to kill these if they hasted. Definitely with the support of a heli. But here in the mountains, in a enemy territory, they will move so slow. But let's see, they might get them anyways, actually. That support from the heli will definitely make a difference. And we should see now that blue is starting to lose income and red is starting to gain. But of course he's also losing a few territories here. And blue just has so much money. Like he could finish this game if he wanted, to be honest. And he has so many opportunities to get further eco. Here comes another rocket. That might be the one that finishes up the game. I think don't think there's any way back for red now. And now blue starts to spend some of his money. There you go. So well played by both. I think Evil actually played a bit better in the micro, or how to use his units. But PipMac played better on a grander scale, like he chose the right starting position, etc. So I think that's the thing that gave him the victory here, because even though he was behind on eco, he had all the eco potential, and suddenly it just completely took off. The rocket, of course, was also a nice addition to the win. Let's jump into the second game. So this is the second game. I'm not sure how it works with who picks what seeds, etc. I think the first seed is predetermined, and then no, it's a random seed, and then if they go 1-1, the third seed is predetermined. I think that's how it is. So PipMac ahead 1-0, and if blue wins this one, it's he wins the overall game set match. Blue is drawn a little bit to the northeast and there's a lot of potential trade routes. What is that? It's three trade routes. Oh, there's also here. That's a lot. But red has a decent starting position this time. And he chooses to start in a bad starting position. Oh, and he goes with a crosspick. That's gonna be tough. I mean, it's a small choke, so there's room for defense. and no room for attack, so he could kind of dig in and defend. It makes a backcapping barracks here. But I'm kind of surprised by this starting position, and I think Red just made it very tough for himself to win this game. Blue can just dig in, and just like before, he can completely contain Red and just have the whole map for himself. Of course, Red has this part of the map and will expand this way, but it's gonna go really slow when you have to walk like in a thin pass like this. Let's look at the money. 384 and 416. So blue is already ahead, and I do like both have good thoughts about building these backcapping barracks. So that's very good, and that's definitely a good way to go about it. I like this as well. Like, he knows that the artillery can outrange the infantry, and it can be a tough spot to be in when you dig in with infantry only. Like, do you just let them die, or do you rush in and die anyways, or what to do? That's why just digging in with infantry when your opponent has a bunch of artillery can be very tricky. Red does have helis though, but does he have access to any energy? All the way up here in the north. Blue immediately switches to Sam's. But blue will push through this first defense line, I think. 520 now already for blue and 440 for red. Oh, he's also going for this energy. This is a really good push, and he will definitely get through. And he could actually walk around, not completely, but well, he could. But he could avoid most of this defensive entrenchment just by walking south of it. For now, he awaits the situation, which I think is fine. He lost quite a few units in that assault. Has plenty of money and builds a lot of eco and even more. And red is just completely trapped. That said, it could actually build trade routes. Very, very risky though. It just takes a few air units or navy units from blue to threaten those trade routes. And red actually ends up building a power plant. Maybe he hasn't spotted this one up here. Now he has. It's gonna be a bit tougher this time for blue. Also because red has artillery in his defense line. And I was just about to say, I wonder if blue is just gonna use a rocket once again to burst through these thick entrenchments. I really like this. Investing in further expansion, and when he meets blue, he has even more units. Because he will meet blue at some point, obviously. So it's when you hit that or find the other expansion force, it's very good to be in bigger numbers, obviously. But right now, I imagine we'll see a nuke in 5 minutes, and it will be game over. Blue clearly fears a navy invasion. Naval invasion. Red got his helis down here. I really like that. Navies in a expansion force. Oh, navies. What? Why am I doing this today? It's helis in a expansion force can be worth so much because it's rare that your opponent has any form of anti-air in his expansion force. Red is starting to push back here. He built up a huge army. But it's only a matter of minutes before it will get wiped by a rocket. I think it's really fun to observe these two players, because Red definitely has some really good plays regarding like expansion and using his units, getting his helis over here. But he just picks really bad starting positions. And Blue, really good at picking good starting positions and building up a huge economy and just wipe out his enemy whenever like he wants, basically. If Red can get the picking phases, get better at picking phases really quickly in this tournament, I think he could get quite a bit further. But I'm excited to see like how far can a player like Blue go in this beginner tournament. This is the first game I watch of all, well, except for the one we just watched, but of all the beginner tournaments. So I have no idea if these two are two of the best players or two of the newer players of all players in the beginner tournament. I have no clue. But what I do know is that Red definitely has a easy chance to improve quite a bit just by changing how Red is doing. Did I say Blue just before? Red has a big opportunity to quite easily improve his play just by improving the picking phase. And even though it takes practice as well and experience just to kind of get the idea of the good places to start, I would say it's a much easier skill to learn than all of these things he's already doing. I really like this. The subs going for, I imagine the trade route. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, going directly at the trade route. Really good. This rocket, I wonder if it can reach over here. This is gonna be a tough invasion though. And there comes another rocket. Can he see anything? Oh my. Oh no. Oh wow. We just saw that happen. Okay. I don't... Have I ever seen that happen before? Definitely not when two players just blindly shoot their rocket. That was crazy. Wow. So yeah, really well played by both. A lot of potential here. And yes, I already mentioned a bunch of times, Red lost these two games, but can easily improve quite fast if looking into a bit, looking a bit into starting picks. Then he will set himself in a much better position and can probably win a few games in this tournament, and who knows how far he can go. And yeah, the same with PipMac. And yeah, as I mentioned, I have no idea how good the others are, so it's going to be interesting to see how far can these two guys go. But yeah, once again, thanks Barracuda for arranging it. Thanks for oh my god. Thanks PipMac and thanks Evil Hamster for participating. You're helping giving life or breathing life into this game, so really appreciate that. Hope you have a ton of fun in this tournament. I can't wait to watch more of your games. Good luck and thanks for watching. Bye.